Fucker. Okay, sorry about that. The last, 45 minutes just disappeared in a heartbeat. Having one of those days, I guess. I should have done this while I still was on the other screen. I'm going to go ahead and shut down literally everything on my computer that's not OBS and the thing that captures my iPad, just to make sure we have plenty of good systems resources. Just make sure everything works. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good time, having a good afternoon. I am having a weird day myself. It's been kind of crazy, semi-productive, and at the same time, the opposite of that also. But I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel and get started on one last robot for this set. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do after all that. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Robot with a cardboard car. Oops, I didn't mean to spin that twice. Did not mean to spin that twice at all. So I'm going to turn you back off. Yeah, it rolled the same thing anyway. So that's fine. So, a robot with a cardboard car. I think that's fun. I think that was a cool idea when we had it when it came up the other night in chat. And I think the one type of robot I have not done yet is a robot with tank treads anyway. So I think it would work like a tanky robot that is also wearing a cardboard car over the top of there being a tanky robot. So I think that's what I'm going to go with here. So we've got let me move my keyboard out of the way. We'll start with a little tanky tread. Actually, I think I'm going to start by giving it a little box body, so I can build a little bit of perspective depth first. Something like that. And then also a little bit of tanky tread. What we'll do is we'll draw these in kind of a background little shape thing here, and then come in and add other stuff over the top of it. So we'll start there. And then if we're going to have a boxy robot, we might as well have a boxy robot. So we'll do a little head. Actually, let's turn the head facing towards the screen like this. And what if it's a monitor head? What if it's a monitor head robot? Like a little computer monitor, maybe an antenna. I don't think we've done an antenna on any of these robots yet. Little knobby antenna thing. We'll put in a arm like this. just saying hi. The other arm would be, let's see, this would come across like this. Arm would be like here. And we'll have it coming off this way. And I think I'll draw that in the rest of the way. I'll draw that in here in a second once I put the box car shape on here. So I'm going to actually bring this down a little and open a new tab and draw in our box car shape. So we'll do like this. And then we'll see the little robot bits underneath. Yeah, this isn't working right. This is not good. I'm screwing everything up. I'm having a day. I'm not going to lie. I'm having one of those, like, the brain doesn't want to work. The hands don't want to work. The whole system is shutting down kind of days. So I'm just going to use this as kind of reference and start over entirely, I think. And kind of calm down and zen it out. So then we'll have little cardboard wheels that don't touch the ground on here like this. But behind that we'll have tank treads. Like that. Alright, and that would be up here. We'll have this arm come in like this again. I'm going to make this skinnier, is what I'm going to do. Something like that. Like that. I'll put that other arm like more like there. So I have a little steering wheel. A little clamp hand coming across off that steering wheel. And then we can come up here and do our monitor head like this. That's better. When you calm down, you slow down and you take your time, you get better results. And of course, this is like a little costume, so we'll draw that on over the top like that. Okay. And then I think something like this will work. So that's not bad. That's not too bad of a little sketch in rough right there. That works pretty well in my opinion. I think it looks okay. It's not the worst thing that could be done. All right, so we'll start with that. I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to come over here and drop back down to my smaller pencil size. And let's do some details. So we'll do a little antenna like that. Come over from Instagram. Great job on the challenge drawing for the month so far. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm really enjoying the illustration challenge. It really is right up my zone. I like to draw dumb little dudes, and that has been a great time doing that. So on the live stream for October every week, I'm drawing an entire sticker pack, 5 stickers of different things wearing costumes. So we did, this week we're doing robots. And last week we've done dogs, cats, and capybaras so far also. Just trying to have a little fun, do something a little different for Halloween. And drawing silly stuff is great. Yeah, it's I used to try. I really, really, really wanted to always be like a dark, gritty, black and white ink, like grungy Eastman and Laird's Ninja Turtles style artist. But no matter what I did, every time I sat down to draw, it always came out more Rise of the Mutant Turtles kind of art. So I just kind of recently decided to embrace it and draw cute dudes. Thank you. The way I'm doing it is we're picking a thing each week to do a sticker pack on, and I'll do 5 of them. And then I've got a spinning wheel of audience participation costumes. And I just spin the wheel and decide that's the costume that I'm going to draw. So, for example, right now, the costume that was picked was like one of those cardboard box cars. So that's what I'm drawing, is a robot wearing a little cardboard box car. And this is actually the 5th sticker in the robot pack. So the four robots that were on the thumbnail for this video are the rest of the sticker pack. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I found out about the challenge. I started following Chris Piasek because he was like the one person that used Adobe Fresco besides myself, it felt like at the time. And it just so happened that he also really aligned with the type of art I do. So yes, I do. I have a Cameo 4, a Silhouette Cameo 4 that I do all of my cutting on, and then I have multiple printers. So I actually, once I finish the stream tonight, have to get back to cutting printers. The Silhouette Cameo software is actually a little bit of a resource hog on my very outdated laptop. So I can't stream and cut stickers at the same time. But I'll do, I also do these stickers every week. I do a limited run 200 stickers that I do at my local market and for my Patreon patrons. And so those are what I have to cut tonight so that I have them available for the market tomorrow. But yeah, I make a lot of stickers. It's kind of my favorite thing. In fact, one of the other stickers I have printed and cut today is one of the things that I did for the Stinktober, is the fat cat I did for Stinktober. Yeah, I really like his channel. It's really, that he brings a lot to it. It's kind of, I hope to one day be able to be as good as him at not just drawing, but also just kind of the whole community that he is able to, he has done what he's done. So that's my goal. He's kind of the person I'm trying to model after right now. All right, I think that's my rough sketch there. Or my not quite rough sketch, my detail sketch, I guess. So I'm going to start inking. That's not a big enough brush. Yeah, in fact, recently, so one thing I've been trying to do as an artist, I don't necessarily want to, like, I suffer from incredible imposter syndrome. So one thing I decided when I created my YouTube channel was like I wasn't going to do tutorials because I don't really feel like, oh no, I don't really feel like my art is good enough to be the guy doing tutorials. Oh, thanks, man. So I've been trying to figure out what type of content I want to do other than just these live streams, because I do usually have a few people show up in my live streams and hang out for a little while. They seem to enjoy it. But I've really been struggling with the, like, what do you do if you can't just like draw all the time? And so Chris is one of those people that really is kind of motivation to be like, well, he does. That's what he does. And he does some tutorials, but not a lot. Okay. And today got away from me pretty bad as far as my like planning of things went. So apparently I forgot to charge my pencil before starting this stream, and I just got a warning that it's at 5%. So hopefully I'll be able to get all the way through all the art we need to do tonight. Yeah, I've actually been really enjoying the Stinktober challenge, not just because it's a fun challenge to do, but because there's so many cool people participating. I've really found a lot of new artists to follow. All right. Don't know why I'm trying to do this the hard way when the whole reason of using the vector brushes is to use the vector trim tool. Actually, that's the reason I use Adobe Fresco is the vector brushes. I have a weird hang up when it comes to pixel art. It just feels weird for me. I like having nice, clean, perfectly smooth lines, and the grittiness of pixel art kind of gets to me sometimes. Rasterized art. If you ever do videos on making your stickers and all that, I'll definitely check it out. I've been having fun making my own, but always get great to see how other people do it too. I haven't done any stickers on the the physical manufacturing process, or videos on the physical manufacturing process, but I have videos on the design process on my channel. I kind of just assumed that honestly, there's like so many tutorials already on how to use, like, do stickers on a Silhouette Cameo that I was like, I couldn't add anything new to that whole thing. So that's kind of why I haven't done anything like that. But that's the vast majority of my content is me designing stickers. Because honestly, I started making videos and stuff for the people I met at my local market. And that's kind of the things that they were asking me about at the time. And it just felt like a fun way to interact with the audience doing stuff like this. So sorry, I'm not very entertaining today. I'm actually I personally suffer from I live with bipolar disorder. And I am having a pretty down day as far as my brain goes. And I think it is telling me that it can either draw or talk, and it's really struggling to come up with the resources to do both at the same time. Which isn't really an excuse, but is kind of how I'm feeling. And one thing I promised myself when I started making content on the internet like 20 years ago was that I would always have be as authentic and honest as possible. I'm kind of a believer in radical honesty. As long as you're having a good time, then it's all worth it. That's kind of my philosophy on sticker design also. I tell people a lot that I figure if I enjoy the process of drawing the sticker, if I have fun drawing it, then their likelihood is that someone's going to have fun sticking it to something. So that's one of the ways I know I have a good sticker. If I didn't have fun drawing it, it's not worth printing off. Because if I didn't have fun with drawing it, why would anyone have fun sticking it? Now, the exception to that is sometimes I make stickers that aren't necessarily meant to be fun, but that is few and far between. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Thanks. The actual reason I started drawing again really seriously and heavily about a year ago was I left my job working in government communications and moved back home. I was living in Montana and I moved back home to Missouri to be near family. And I always used art as kind of my meditative like way to calm my brain down. And I was trying to do like consulting and business support work, like kind of client work, and was having a real hard time with anxiety about it. So I had started drawing a lot more just as a way to kind of calm myself down. And my dad came out one day and asked like just to talk to me about something. And basically was like, why don't you just do that then? Why don't you just make art and try to make a living that way? You don't have, a lot of bills. You see where that goes. So that's what I did. And that's when I started really taking it seriously for the first time in a really long time. All right. All right, let's do a little bit of gray. Robots like to be made of metal. Oops. Wrong layer. So that's one of those things like I'm having a bad brain day, but honestly, the solution is to draw, so I might as well draw in public. Oops. And maybe I can encourage other people to, do some self-care there too. All right. Let's see. I've got pink, green, orange. Let's do blue for this car. Real bright blue. And then headlight color. And I'm going to grab that dark gray again, kind of using it as a black. There we go. Oh. I think that should go ahead and be that gray. And we'll go ahead and do all of this as gray also. Bloop. Okay, and then monitor head should be green. And we're going to make this little light thing on the antenna ball red. Okay. And blam. Okay, there we go. That's the basic flat end color. I like this little robot driving this little car. I'm just going to go ahead and add some shading, and we'll be done with the sticker pack, basically. And then I'll have to start working on the next thing. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that a lot. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I literally turn off everything else when I am streaming so that I don't have to worry about systems resources. So thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do like half of this guy. Like that. There we go. Okay. That's way too high. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I really appreciate you coming by and hanging out. I'm glad you enjoy what I'm putting down. I think I have to admit, I think the Stinktober challenge is by far the most fun art challenge I've done, and I've basically done one every month this year. So try to just add a little depth here to show that these are like peeling away from the body. Okay, and then I think one other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come up here to this monitor head and turn this smiley face into green, like it's pixels being lit up on the monitor face. So there we go. That's the little, I think that's our little car robot dude. I think he turns out pretty good. And I'm just going to go ahead and collapse these all into a group. I think I might have my robot sticker pack. So we've got this little car robot. He's pretty cool. I like him a lot. And then I got this clown robot that might be the single most terrifying thing I've ever drawn. Unintentionally. And we got a werewolf robot. I'm going to move these guys like this. One of these little floaty, all flying eyeball robots with a little jetpack dressed as a werewolf. Tie between that one and the 30 Days of Critters one. I don't think I did 30 Days of Critters. Little jack-o'-lantern quadruped robot. And finally, the princess robot. That's my my little robot sticker pack that we've put together this week. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it'll be a nice little sticker pack, nice little art print. So that's caught up. And I kind of came in going, I'll figure out what else I'm going to do tonight once I get everything caught back up for get the robots done. Normally on Friday, if I get all of the stickers done by Wednesday, which is my normal goal, on Fridays I like to do audience request drawings and just knock out some doodles. So I will go ahead and say I'm open to doing that. On the other hand, at the same time, though, I have not yet done the Stinktober drawing for tomorrow. And I will be at the market, so I have to get it done before I go to bed tonight. So I do need to work on a pretty cool ghoul at some point in the very near future. Which, if I'm being absolutely honest, is also something that's kind of up my alley because I have been doing a zombie design challenge all year long. I am going to, before I raise that up and someone sees the Kong drawing they shouldn't, I'm going to turn that off. So I can open a new file. I try to keep my stream PG-13 because I have some younger folks that come in to the stream on a regular basis and don't want to do anything they shouldn't see. I have a joke. What do dyslexic zombies eat? I don't know. What do dyslexic zombies eat? All right, pop you like that. Bring you all the way back up. All right, a pretty cool ghoul. A pretty cool ghoul. Well, I know for me, someone that's cool is definitely wearing sunglasses. Brian's. That's great. How's it going? How's your week doing? Are you ready for your weekend? Alright, so we'll start with a little head shapey here. I don't know if you saw, I finished the last robot in the sticker pack, and it was a robot wearing a cardboard boxcar. What do you vegetarian zombies eat? I don't know. I think I could guess, though. I don't want to ruin it for you. But I'm going to guess it rhymes with brains. Actually, you know what? I just realized I want to like a leaned back kind of vibe on this dude. And then like one leg way out. Like a strut. One leg back. Like that. Grains! That was my guess. That was my guess in my head when I was like, I might, but I'm not going to ruin the joke. That was my guess, was grains. I was in and out of stream, so I'll rewatch for sure. Cool. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, actually, that came up, and I was like, I'm glad it came up with robots, because I think that's the funniest. Before the end of the stream tonight, though, I think we want to pick a thing for next week to put in costumes. So we've done cats, we've done dogs, we've done capybara, now robots, and so I have no idea what we want to do for next week. Let's see, what does a person who's strutting do with their arms? That's like one arm way out here like this, and the hand bent kind of down as they walk. And then one arm coming out this way, hand down. That looks like a strutting, that's a strutting pose right there. I'm gonna recenter this. I think that works. So let's do some detailing here. Let's make this cool ghoul into a ghoul who's cool. All right. So ghouls, if you're as nerdy as I am, you know that a ghoul is a type of undead that is caused by a similar infection to zombies, but they're not the same as zombies. So zombies are mindless undead that feed on living flesh. And ghouls are actually sentient undead and mostly feed on dead flesh. That's why you find them hanging out in cemeteries, is because they eat corpses. And I think I'm going to do something big nose related just for fun. Something like that. And then a pair of maybe a little whole mouthful, a little sharp fangy fangs. And an underbite. Underbites aren't very cool. What is cool? Hey, Garrett. What is cool? What does a cool mouth look like? One that just doesn't care. One that has no F's to give. So maybe something like that. And he's got his sunglasses because he's cool. And then, you know what's the coolest haircut? The coolest haircut possible is a pompadour. Classic monsters in human costumes. Geek, mailman, cheerleader. Oh, that could be fun. That could definitely be fun. That could go on a potential list. Yeah, that's a cool looking ghoul right there. All right. And then a cool guy, of course, is going to be pop collared. And probably wearing a leather jacket. So something like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. And if anyone else, and for now, we'll assume that's going to be the winner. If anyone else has any ideas of things they would like to see in costumes, mummies in costumes for an easier read of the theme. If anyone else has something they would like to see me draw wearing costumes, go ahead and put it in the chat. And if we have more than one, we'll put up a post and vote all weekend long on it. And see where we come to. So basically all I'm doing right now, Garrett, if you just got here, was I finished my robot for the day already. So I'm going to just take audience requests, and since I didn't have one yet, I am doing the next Stinktober prompt. And the prompt is actually a pretty cool ghoul. Hi! How's it going? So if you have something you would like to see me draw tonight, you can put that in the chat, and I will work on it once I finish drawing this pretty cool ghoul. Classic monsters as humans is definitely a great idea. It could be too. It could be a lot of fun doing it, I think. I've done a lot of drawing classic monsters here lately. A rabbit bot. Okay. Rabbit bot is next up on the queue then. Yeah. Rule of drawing feet is if you put one shoe inside or one pant leg inside the boot, you gotta put both pant legs inside the boot. Unless you consciously make the decision not to and want to look weird. That foot, like this foot, I'm not consciously making this foot look weird. This foot just wants to look weird tonight, so I need like you, and that's what I need to do. I'm just going to redraw this leg. I'm going to do the shoe first and draw the leg into it. Sometimes you just got to change the way you're working. So you can come back over here like this, and then bring that in like that. Can definitely feel warmed up now. I always feel like the second drawing of the night is way better than the first one. Classic aliens in costumes, like big head, like big, like you know what I mean when I say big head aliens. Big eyes, big oval dome. Okay. That is a pretty cool looking ghoul, if I do say so myself. So let's ink him. All right, I'm going to start with the pompadour. The coolest possible haircut. Little green man or the face. Yeah. I think little green men is what I was trying to think of. But yeah, the grays are, I guess, are the ones that have the dome heads. Like in South Park. Okay. Let's do... I didn't mean to, but I feel like, and maybe I'm just tooting my own horn with how cool I think this guy is. Maybe he's not nearly as cool as I think he is, but I think he looks a bit like Patrick Swayze. And that's about as cool as a person can get. Maybe I'm just being hopeful. Groovy? See, again, nerd. So when I see the word groovy, that's what's wrong. I was like, why am I feeling off? I know it doesn't make that much of a difference for most of my art, but I was using the wrong brush. When I see the word groovy, I think of Bruce Campbell. Like my brain automatically goes Evil Dead, groovy. And not even necessarily actual Evil Dead, as much as the Evil Dead reference in Reboot. There's an episode of Reboot where they play the game is basically an Evil Dead video game. And the player is basically Bruce Campbell's character Ash from the Evil Dead series. And the only line that character says the entire game is groovy. Until they successfully defeat the player, and then the player goes, dead before dawn, and then dies. Yes. Shop smart. Shop S-mart. I saw a thing the other day. It was a meme that had come from an interview with Bruce Campbell and Lucy Lawless. Because Lucy Lawless, if you don't know, was on Ash versus the Evil Dead, which was the TV series that follows up the Evil Dead trilogy. The original Evil Dead trilogy. And the meme was great because the two of them are like doing an interview, and they're talking in character. Like they're not talking about their characters, they're talking in character. And basically Lucy Lawless is her character is the daughter of the archaeologist that discovered the Necronomicon in the original movie trilogy or movies. And she blames Ash for their deaths. And so it's like, she's like, he murdered my entire family and released evil into the world. And he's like, that's not really how I see it. Your dad was the one who translated this thing and put it on a tape. All I did was play it, and now I have to clean up his mess. And it was just fun because they have a lot of chemistry. Is basically, yeah. Well, all of those, the Xena and Hercules and all of that, those were Sam Raimi made those. And that's Ted Raimi actually is Joxer the Mighty. And little known fact, there is actually a third like Sam Raimi adventure show starring Bruce Campbell. Not many people saw it. It's called Jack of All Trades. And it's not a Greek mythology era show. He plays a like Revolutionary War era spy. It only has one season. And it's not as good as Briscoe County Jr., which is the other TV show that Bruce Campbell starred in. And I'm not happy with this arm. Briscoe County Jr. being one of the best steampunk shows of all time that also got canceled way before it should have been. Oh, but yeah, Bruce Campbell played Autolycus, the Prince of Thieves, in both Hercules and Xena. Much more in Xena than in Hercules. From my understanding, it's because you don't have... Okay, so you have a lot more guest stars on Xena than you do on Hercules. And my understanding for that, and it makes total sense to me in retrospect, is that the guest stars couldn't stand Kevin Sorbo. So they didn't like to be on Hercules. All right. But nobody wants to turn down a free vacation to New Zealand, so they would happily be on Xena. Yeah, but we didn't know that in the 90s. We didn't have the internet yet so that people could tell us how horrible they are. One of my favorite pastimes is laughing at the suffering of billionaires. And Google has figured that out about me and knows I'm a bad person who likes to laugh at the misery of the fortunate. So it first thing this morning sent me an article that Twitter has lost 80% of its value as a company since Elon Musk bought it. I don't know how I feel about this right here. I don't think I like this like that. I think I'm going to fix this foot and do it a different way. I was too sad to stop my rewatch of Herc. Yeah, you know. But you can always watch Xena. And you can keep the same mentality in mind like Sarah Michelle Gellar always talks about with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There was a whole lot of people involved in making that show that are awesome people and still deserve your support. So you can always think of it that way. All right. I think I have drawn a pretty cool ghoul here. I will always watch Xena. Yeah. I don't even consider that actual app because I don't feel like it was actually created with the intention of being used. I think it was created with the intention of cashing out as fast as possible. All right, I think Ghoul should have some blue-greenish skin. And also, I'm pretty sure my Apple Pencil just died. I made the mistake of I got super busy today and I didn't charge my pencil before the stream. So I'm going to put it on the charger to see how long we can how much charge we can get, how fast. It charges pretty fast. Ooh, I got all kinds of notifications. It's already back up to 1%. See, that's great. Agreed for support, all about the grift. Yep. Yep, definitely the way the world goes. In the meantime, since there are people here who didn't make it to the start of the stream, I could jump back over here and show off the finished robots. So we've got our princess robot, our pumpkin head robot, werewolf robot, clown robot, and the robot wearing a cardboard box car costume. So that was, that's out there. It exists. Those will look pretty fun. It's a whole set. I'll probably try to get them cut tonight. Get some stickers cut and made so I can have some sticker packs tomorrow. Also, I worked on something today that I'm pretty think I did a decent job with and don't know how 100% how I feel yet. So for the October theme for Patreon sticker pack and print, the theme for the month is monstrous support, and we have created these characters in a monster support group. And I don't see if you can tell if you can see that, but they each have a little single line of poem that goes with them. And my poem was very heavily inspired. The whole idea for my part of it was heavily inspired by Shel Silverstein. So the idea for the print will be like a Shel Silverstein style poetry page with the poem and a black and white ink drawing to go with it, the way you would see in like Where the Sidewalk Ends or Lights On in the Attic. So that's what this is. This is my attempt to draw like Shel Silverstein. Obviously, my art style is very different, but I feel like I did a really good job with getting that gritty, grainy feeling of like ballpoint pen art without actually using one. It's very outside my comfort zone. I very much like working in vector because I really like those clean, smooth lines. So doing this with like an ultra gritty, grungy ink brush was really different for me, but I think it came out okay. And still captures the essence of what I did with the sticker design, the character design on the stickers. I'm going to take my sweater off because it is getting warm in my garoffice. So, what do you guys think? Did I do a good job of capturing the Shel Silverstein essence? Do kids today even know Shel Silverstein? Do people still read all of the Shel Silverstein poetry books? Do you still have kids read The Giving Tree? All right, we're back up to 5%. So I guess I can 5% got me the first hour of the stream. It should get me through to the end of the stream. So we can do a little rabbit robot. That was what was on the docket. Put my pencil back in its pencil holder. Right? That's what you were asking me to do. Was Rabbit Bot. Okay. Oh, I guess I haven't actually finished drawing or coloring this ghoul. That's okay. I can do that later on my own time. I can do that on my own time. It's fine. We're going to draw a rabbit bot. Rabbitron, if you will. Grab my pink for brushing, for sketching. All right, let's see. I think we're going to do something like this as a head shape. You know, some like Rosie the Robot kind of style round head. And then come down here like this. Maybe do another cylinder, but like flushed out like this. No, I think straight down belly. Robot belly. Robo belly. Then little legs like this. Big ol' floppy hoppy feets. Coming along like that. And then obviously, if we're going to have a robot rabbit, there's a reason someone would build a robot as a rabbit. And that reason would be delivery of candy. Because as we all know, rabbits are the most effective candy delivery system that doesn't involve elvish slave labor. Little shoulders. Do something like that. Little Easter basket. And then maybe a little carrot. So we'll come over here. This will be our little rabbit face. Like that. All right, there's our rough sketch for our Robo Rabbit. Rabbot. Okay, so let's see. We've got Rabbot, Rabbitron, Robit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out which one we want to use. Let's do a detail sketch. All right, I'm going to start with the nose muzzle area here. And we'll go with a little jelly bean nose. And a little jelly bean mouth like that. And some little teeth. And then bring these eyes like this. And I'm going to have them come into this cylindrical head shape. Like that. Rabbit. And really bring in the cylinder here. Like so. Just have these ears. Let's actually have these ears come around like this too. Like the ears are little fins on the robot head that are designed to look like ears, but totally make the robot go faster as it's delivering candy. Because everyone knows fins make robots go faster, which probably means they need to face the other direction. So we'll actually do it like this. Fins make things faster. That's car science. We know that from taking car science classes. There, like that. And we'll bring the little bottom of the head. Little robot neck. And a little cylindrical robot head shoulders. There we go. And then we'll come over here. We'll add a little ball. And another little ball. Little clampy hand. No, not clampy hand. Robot fingers. Like that. Little roundy joints. This is fun. This is a fun idea. Little apple. I'm glad you suggested it. This is going to be a fun little drawing. Okay, and then we'll add basket handle in like this. Choop, choop, choop. I'm a basket. All right, bring this down, around, and then have a little robot foot coming out like this. If a rabbit's foot is good luck, is a robot's rabbit foot like good computer luck? I think that's an important thing we need to know going forward. Did I give it 4 fingers? I did. Little carrot. I like to think this carrot is secretly a USB drive that our robot uses to store its robot information and plugs into its robot face, because robots don't have mouths. They have USB ports. That's why USB ports look like a mouth. And then it's a cargo robot that carries extra candy. So we'll give it a little storage compartment. A little knob on it. Like a little Bender-esque little rabbit thing there. And then I think also, what if we do like a little thing coming off like this? Nah, that's too busy, but I like having a little circle there. Have a little recess circle so we can just like that. There we go. That's a good little sketch. I like it. I think this is a cute little dude. This works for me. I'm going to have fun drawing it. It adds a firewall. The carrot adds a firewall? Basic, flat. There we go. There we go. This is good. This is good. After I get off here, I have to cut 9 more pages of stickers, not counting any robot sticker packs I do tonight, so that I will have all 150 of the anxiety scarecrows ready to go for tomorrow. I might also have to run some posters. I had someone was going to order some posters. Not necessarily any of my art, just someone who knows I have a big printer and is willing to pay me to use it. And I'm not too proud. I'm not going to turn down work. Although I am considering, I've only ever sold one, so it's not a big deal. But on my website, I list prints in 16 or 16 by 24 format as one of the sizes I do, which is totally doable. Like my plotter has no problem doing that. But because my other printer can do 13 by 20 basically, I've thought about changing my medium print sizes from 16 by 24 to like the movie theater sized posters, the ones that are I think they're like 11 by 17. And doing those sizes. Like I said, I've only ever sold one a medium-sized poster. Most of the time when people want a larger poster, the rabbit's foot adds a firewall. That makes sense. Most of the time, if they want something bigger than an 8x10, they order a full-size poster. But I like those medium-sized 11 by 17 movie posters. So basically, it's I think I would rather have them that size for my personal stuff. So that's why I'm thinking about that. And then I've actually thought in the past, I've never pulled the trigger on it, so to speak. But I've thought about having on my Patreon a tier where instead of getting an 8x10, you would get the full-size poster of the print. But honestly, don't know if there's any interest in that. Because other than a couple of people who asked for prints, the Patreon is almost exclusively made up of sticker people, which is fine. The entire reason it came into existence was because people basically asked me to have a way they could get stickers without coming to the market. All right. This is fun. This is a fun design. I might have to put this one in my archive and hold on to it until Easter. Do people give out Easter greeting cards? Is that a thing? here's the thing is I love designing greeting cards and I think I have a lot of fun doing it. I'm not a greeting card person. Like, I don't give out greeting cards. I definitely don't mail them out. And I'm definitely not the type of person who would do like Halloween cards. But I was at the Dollar Tree today and noticed they have a whole set of Halloween cards, which is weird to me. Like, who sends out Halloween cards? Other than, I mean, that also just seems awesome to me because I love Halloween. I think maybe if I was going to be a greeting card person, I would be a Halloween card person. But these days, the only time I ever send greeting cards is like when I'm sending them specifically to the people on Patreon. So, it's a weird little cultural thing. And you would think, being from Kansas City and being such a huge fan of all things from Kansas City, I would be a little more invested in greeting cards because Hallmark lives in Kansas City. I decided to simplify this hand a bit. All right. Yeah, I actually was in a conversation the other day. I love dumb rom-coms, and there are no rom-coms dumber than like the Hallmark Channel rom-coms. And I was basically complaining to some people at the market that Hallmark's headquarters is in Kansas City, but they have never once set one of their dumb rom-coms in Kansas City. And I was like, that seems like a shame. And I should write one. I should write my own script. And it would take place, it would be Rivals at the American Royal Barbecue Cook-Off. And they would fall in love to defeat the evil, I don't know, corporate barbecue people. And save the barbecue industry for forever. Could probably make it something like they have to defeat the evil people who think that sauceless, dry rub, smoked meat is barbecue. You know, all those people from Texas who are wrong about meat. The mummies send out Halloween cards, maybe. My mummy doesn't send out Halloween cards. Although they did, my parents put up like 8 scarecrows for Halloween decorations, or they're not even Halloween decorations. They're like harvest fall decorations. So many of them. It's creepy in the wrong kind of way. I keep giving them a hard time over it. I shouldn't. I shouldn't give my parents a hard time. They bought me this soda. Okay. This is definitely Rabbot. Right? We can agree that this is a Rabbot. All right. Let's give it some color. We got about 10 minutes left of the stream. We can do this. We have just enough time to color in this robot. So I think a pinkish gray fluffy color on the legs. Like that. And while we're at it, we'll just do this basket in the same pinkish gray fluffy color. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do this like a pastel blue. Ooh, a pastel green. Love green. It's the best color. That's why I like it. And then the ears should definitely be the same color. And this little part of the face. Actually, the nose should be the same color, and the face should be like gray. And then we'll do like a real light gray metal color for the robot bits. All the shiny metal parts. Boo 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 boo. And obviously, carrots are orange. I mean, I'm a rebel sometimes, but not that much of a rebel. And then I think we'll do like a super bright, heavily saturated pink for these parts that in my head are 100% painted. And the eyes. Robot. All right. One thing I forgot to do though, I did not give this carrot its leaves. You can't have a carrot without leaves. That's blasphemous. So we'll give it some lettuce green. Like that. There we go. That's a good looking robot. And we'll add some of this. Come in here. Like that. Invert that selection and blam. I screwed something up. I gotta deselect that part. There we go. Now blam. Oh, you know what I forgot to paint in as white? The teeth. That's okay. Real fast. Fix that real fast. All right, now let's give it some shadow. Oops. We'll give it some shading and some shiny bits and call it an entire week gone by. Okay, looks like that. Do. I'm going to come in here. Kind of do this. And then invert selection. Let's set that to multiply. Do something over here, very similar. That's going to be... This is what I'm highlighting right now is the parts that are going to not be shadowed, basically. And invert that selection again, and bloop. Bloop, bloop. All right. Well, I hope everyone has had a pretty good week. I know I have. It's been fun doing little robots in Halloween costumes this week. Had a good time doing it. It looks like, since we had no other suggestions, next week we're going to do some monsters wearing people costumes for our continued theme of doing some Halloween stuff. I think it'll be a good time. I also will have some more videos coming out in the near future about the process of making the monthly or the weekly stickers that I do, the market stickers, the Patreon stickers. If you are not following me on Instagram, I am participating in the Stinktober art challenge this month, and it is a lot of fun. I'm having a really good time doing that. And if you are a doodler like I am, you should feel encouraged to join in. It's a pretty good time. I've met some new illustrators that I've started following, and there's just some really cool art being done, a lot of fun being had. And it has already created at least one new sticker, this little fat cat here. And maybe my bot dog will be a new sticker also. I haven't decided. But I I appreciate the pun of bot dog. Even if I feel like it took me longer than it should have to really register it. Like, I feel I have to admit, shame. As much as I love the pun, like, it took me like 5 minutes of going, what? Why is this like, there's this robot dog reference or robot hot dog thing? I don't know. And then I was like, oh, you're an idiot. It's a rhyming pun. But the prompt said specifically that you could do a hot dog or a normal dog. It actually, on the prompt, it says, bot dog, is it a robot hot dog or dog? And I went with a more traditional dog because I wanted to draw a Terminator-inspired image, so I did. And that's all over on my Instagram, along with my daily zombies that I do. I like doing art challenges. I'm really enjoying the Stinktober challenge. I have not picked a challenge for November yet. So if there's a challenge that's coming up that you would like to see me participate in, I would be happy to hear about it. You can drop that in the comments. Robot Rabbit has a column called Rab Bits and Bites. Yeah, that's its personal blog. Yeah, if you have something you would like to see me do, definitely drop a comment. Or if you're here right now, you can drop a link, drop it in the chat. Be happy to join in. Yeah, basically, if there's anything you want to hear from me, just let me know. If you are interested in getting your hands on some stickers, you can head over to patreon.com/Taco Viking Studios and sign up to join the sticker club, or head over to tacovikingstudios.com and just, order yourself some stickers. You can just buy them. You're allowed to. That's how laws work. That's how sales work. All right. This is a Rabot. And I think it is a pretty good Rabot. I think it needs a good pastel blue background. Like that. There we go. All right, it is 5:30. It is Friday night. Thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out today and earlier this week. I really had a lot of fun this week. We did a rabbit tonight. That was cool. And we have a whole new sticker pack of robots wearing costumes ready to go right now. If you would like to come back on Monday at 4 p.m. Central, we will, I guess we're going to do some monsters wearing people costumes. It'll be a lot of fun. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're in the Springfield, Missouri area and you want to come see me at the C Street Market on Commercial Street, I will be there. I will be giving out 150 anxiety scarecrows this weekend. So come by and say hi and let me know that you watched the stream. And we can hang out for a little while. I have been Matt Brotherton, Taco Viking Studios. Have a wonderful weekend, and remember, as always, to stay weird.